I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. It is more than 2 a.m. I am in a hotel in Munster in Germany. One of the reasons I don't like staying in people's homes is that I have a bizarre work schedule. More than 2 a.m. to be awake in somebody's house with the lights on can be very irritating. So I prefer to stay in hotels. My son has a big apartment in this town, but I decided to stay in a hotel. I want to talk about life is like the metro. The metro train system in Europe, if you have not experienced it, you don't know it. When I went to Barcelona in Spain, the underground train station is as busy or was as busy as an airport. You will see people buying tickets, going to and fro, very busy under the ground. It's very fascinating. For those of us who are from the Niger Delta, who only saw trains very recently in our area. Number one, in the metro, all of us can be there, but we have different destinations, different distances, and different trains to carry us. So, the train that is carrying Mr. A might not be the train that is carrying you. The train that I entered was the train of medical studies. As I entered the train of medical studies, others entered the train of legal studies, others entered the train of quantity surveying, engineering, and so each train has a number. There's a tram I entered in Switzerland, in Zurich, to the airport. Is number 10. There are other trams that will come that have different numbers. Your destination will determine the train you will enter. I'm hiding my hands because the weather is very harsh on my skin. My skin is looking like that of my mother when she was old. The weather is very dry on my skin. And this is it. I was told that you don't give bath to babies every day because it will remove moisture from their skin and dry their skins. I take my bath twice daily. So look at my skin. It's very dry. And I apply cream. So I can't live here. I can't live in Europe into old age. So each train takes people to their various destinations. Your train can be in business, it can be in law, it can be in ministry. Know your train. My train that I started with is was medical practice. But you see, when you take trains in the metro, you might need to change lines. Like in the UK, there is one line going to the north, another line going to the south. They have different names. So you might need to change trains or lines. So I studied medicine. I got to a point. I stopped medical practice and went into ministry. And then I changed train. into running schools, and I changed train into doing ministry, into farming, into real estate, into content creation. This is another train. The important thing is, as long as you change trains, enter the trains that are taking you to the direction you are going, to your ultimate objective, your destination. Destiny is a vector quantity. It has duration, it has distance, it has density, it has what else? I don't forget. So you must know your train. So when I was in Ughelli, the train that most people used to progress or make impact was going to the United States or the UK and having foreign ministers visit them. That was not my train. My own train was to build a financial base that will make me travel overseas. My train was to train my children and give them a leverage to plant my genes in other nations, to give them good education, so that when I needed to travel, like I travel with the Nigerian passport, there are very few embassies that will deny me. In fact, no embassy will deny me visa today, and no person can harass me. I was discussing with somebody in Switzerland, and he was not allowing me to speak. I told my friend, shut up your mouth. I'm richer than you, even though you live in Europe. I am more educated than you. I am more popular than you. I am older than you. I am more experienced than you. Shut up your trap. And he kept quiet. So, there's a train for every person who is going in his own direction. The problem with people is that they want to enter other people's trains. If I started running a church, I wouldn't be where I am now. If I was running a hospital, I wouldn't be where I am today. You won't understand the kind of respect, honor, and blessings I receive. This trip is paid for by my company in Europe. I have a manager appointed by YouTube in Ireland to manage these contents I'm creating. So every person has his own train depending on where you are going to. Don't enter a train that is not taking you to your destination. That's why many people get lost. Principle number 2. If you don't know where you are going to, ask questions. Ask questions. If not, you will get lost. Principle number 3. Every journey has a price and a ticket you need to obtain. Most people want to get to places without paying the price. If you see me here, there is a price I have paid. A price. Oh God, you will understand. There were times I was buying data, 3,000 naira nearly every other day, and I was not getting anything. I was spending time doing these videos in the farm, doing at home, writing books online. Today, those books are being sold, and videos are being created of those books. There were times I spent in praying with my family. Big invitations come, multiple visas come, money come, and my children can testify to that. There was a price I needed to pay with my wife by dressing simply, dressing cheaply, to be able to train these children, to bring them here. So when some people come here that say that I've studied, I've settled my children, your papa na fool. If you no get sense to project. My first son came here, graduated in 2012. That is 13 years back. He spent 4 years, that's 17 years. I thought ahead of your mumu father. And there are people who thought far ahead of my mumu self, who brought their families here long time ago. And so don't come here and talk trash if you are stupid. People say, why am I so abusive? That is the only way to detoxify your stupid brain. The next thing is that I said about ask questions. When the train finally arrives, I found out that the doors closer to the train driver are usually congested, the seats around that area. But there are several doors at the back, several doors down. One of the problems I found with life is that people struggle to be associated with general overseers, struggle to be associated with prominent politicians, struggle to live in Lagos, struggle to be in Port Harcourt, struggle to be in Aba. But if you go a little bit backwards, there are more seats, there are more spaces at the other coaches at the back. I am a member of the Church of God Mission. I didn't need to struggle to be with Archbishop Benson Idahosa in Benin, or struggle to be with Archbishop Margaret Idahosa in Benin. But I've gone to Benin to speak. I've gone to speak in Balm of Gilead. I've preached with Feb Idahosa at the Faith Arena. I've spoken to the men in the Balm of Gilead. I was in the periphery back, other coaches at the back. I could have stayed in Aba to start competing with Bishop B.C. Edohasim, but I went to really a coach at the back, and there was enough seats, enough space for me to function. I could have struggled to do ministry by running church, but I did not. There were other seats at the back coach. I could have struggled to want to go to the United States like my friend. I tried. I was denied visa. But today, if I want to go to the United States, I will not be denied visa. I have all it takes. So, don't rush through the first door near the driver's seat. There are more spaces at the back. If I were to be in Lagos, I would have remained a non-entity. If I were to be in Port Harcourt, I wouldn't have done well. If I had said that because I grew up in Warri, let me go and stay in Warri, contest with Ayorije Jafo, Bishop Odioko, all the other prominent preachers in Warri town, I would not have done well. But the Catholic Church invited me to speak to their cooperative, and they paid me a lot of money to speak. They wanted me to speak again. I refused to go because see finish is a problem. So from the back coach, I've been able to reach my destination. You understand? So you don't need to follow and rush to be at the head. There's a problem most of you have. You want to be close to Papa Adeboye. You want to be close to Bishop David Oyedepo. You want to be close to all kinds of prominent people. That front door to the coach is very congested. There is enough space at the back. There is enough space in other coaches at the back. So from Ugeli, you are listening to me. From the farm, I started this video. You are listening to me with very minimal technology, very minimal effort, very minimal dress. Look at me, the way I dress, yeah, man. But you are listening to me. You see, it's the fact that I have space to function. So there is enough space in the world, in this present day dispensation of social media, of the internet. You can excel anywhere in the world, as long as you are a netizen. Netizens are citizens of the internet. And if you understand netism, you see, you won't understand me. Today, I was discussing with my son's colleague, Dr. Edafe, and he's my brother's son. They came to Europe, to Romania together, and from there to Germany. His father is a pastor like me, from Efronto, from the same place with me. I was discussing with him, and he was amazed. As long as you are in the train of destiny, wherever you sit is not important. The train will get there, and you will come down at the station, at your station. So you don't struggle. A lot of people are destroying their lives by trying to be like others. You want to run a church in Lekki. You want to be like Paul Eneche. I am not like Paul Eneche. In my stay in Europe here, when I came last year, I had 100,000 subscribers. By the time I'm leaving Europe this time, I have more than 150,000 subscribers. 150,000 member cathedral is a big cathedral. That's what this my phone is. 150,000 subscribers. It is late at night, but people are already watching the videos I posted. And so I have broken the barrier of space and time, while in the rear coach or rear coaches of the train, really in front of where I did most of my videos in the farm, the periphery of the coaches. So you don't need to be in London, you don't need to be in the United States, you don't need to be in Germany as I am to produce results that will make you a global citizen. So anywhere you are in this dispensation, know where you are going to, put in the efforts, pay the price, the bills, the tickets, and then you will get there. There is enough space in the train of destiny. Life is like the subway. Know your train, find your seats. If you can't find your seat, stand. There are people who will drop in their own destinations. Continue. I hope you learned something from this video. Subscribe to my channel, Dr. Charles Apoki, on YouTube